Your ideal customer affects so much about your blog. It's important to know right from the start exactly who it is that you're talking to. This will affect your branding, your message, what you write about, and where you promote. So, who is your ideal customer? Some people spend a lot of time trying to figure this out, but you already have the answer. In my video, How to Find Your Purpose, I discussed how your purpose comes from your pain. We can help people who have been through the same pain that we have. So your ideal customer is a past version of you. Let's break it down just a little bit more than that. When people talk about their ideal customer, sometimes you'll hear them refer to it as their ideal customer, their ideal client, or even a customer avatar. So we'll go with that a little bit here. I want you to grab a piece of paper and imagine that your avatar is a person, just one person. You can even give her a name if you want to. Then tell me about her. This is my avatar. Her name is Sarah 1.0. She's a 30-year-old woman who lives just south of Boston, Massachusetts. She drives a red Toyota car. She works in marketing and graphic design. For her hobbies, she loves anything that has to do with New Kids on the Block. She also loves going to the beach, reading, and she likes high-end things like Apple Macintosh computers and Kate Spade handbags. Most of her friends are on Facebook and Instagram, and she also struggles with self-love deficiency, and she never feels like she's enough. While you're working through this exercise, it's important to be as specific as possible. The more specific you are, the better you'll be able to talk to this person. The point of this exercise is to be incredibly clear on who it is that you're talking to, and to be able to speak to them so well that they feel incredibly seen and heard and understood in every single piece of content that you have. Every Instagram post, every blog post, every YouTube video, every single thing. You want your ideal customer to see themselves in everything that you do. You want them to be able to constantly be saying, "Me too. I can't believe that makes so much sense to me. I completely understand that." But wait a minute. I know what you're saying. What if I want to appeal to everybody? A lot of people fall into this trap. But what happens is you make your content so generic and vague that nobody relates to it. You end up not appealing to anyone, and that's not what you want at all. Let's look at just a couple of ways that your ideal customer is going to affect your blog and your business. If you want to learn more about starting a blog or an online business, make sure that you sign up for my blog school email list at infjwoman.com/blog school. There's a link in the video description. When you think about how you're going to design the branding for your blog, your logo, the colors, the fonts, and the social media graphics, you have to go back to your ideal customer. What would appeal to her? So we go back to the description of my ideal customer, and it says towards the bottom that she likes high-end things like Mac and Kate Spade. When I designed my logo, I chose colors and fonts that would appeal to someone who likes high-end things and modern design trends. I wanted to make sure that when my ideal customer saw my logo, that she related to it, that it was appealing to her, and that it made sense to her. Let's look at another example. What social media should I be on? Looking at your ideal customer when you're thinking about social media will help you in a few different ways. The first way will help you decide what type of social media you even need to start with. If we go back to my ideal customer, it says in the description, most of her friends are on Facebook and Instagram. Right there, you know right away that you need to be on Facebook and Instagram in order to be able to reach people who are like her. But wait a minute, what if that line isn't in the description of your ideal customer? That's okay too. You can start with the top line. She's a 30-year-old woman. Bingo, that's where you start. So we'll look at some demographics for the big three in social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. These came from a blog post on Sprout Social. You can find the link for it in the video description. So if you just start with your ideal customer is a woman, you can look at the demographics for Facebook and see that 75% of women in the United States use Facebook. When you look at Instagram, 43% of women in the United States use Instagram. And when you look at Twitter, 21% of women in the United States use Twitter. So if you're deciding what social media to be on just based on whether or not your ideal customer is a man or a woman, Facebook is the clear winner. 75% versus 43% or 21%. I would definitely be on Facebook. When you also throw in that her age is 30 years old, you can see that 79% of 30-year-olds use Facebook, 47% of 30-year-olds use Instagram, and 26% of 30-year-olds use Twitter. Again, Facebook is the clear winner. So when you think about what social media you should be on, the answer is really in the metrics right there. Facebook is the clear winner in this case. Your ideal customer is going to help you in a lot of different places. The more specific that you can be about her, the better. If you want more advice about starting a blog or an online business, make sure that you check out my blog school playlist. Also, make sure that you subscribe so you never miss a video.